So welcome back to the Tool Shed. This is for anybody I guide. I know, I don't guide. It's for you if you want to rise up in the second half of your life, not just my men and men rising up, but my women, the women I counsel and guide as well. So this is for everybody. This is not the most elegant title, but I've never really had a good title for it. So it's called Get Your Butt into an Orphanage. Now, what the heck does that mean? This comes to me vis-a-vis one of my primary teachers in this life, Wayne Dyer. Wayne, I have studied, except for Viktor Frankl, probably more than anybody else. I think I've read 30 of his books, spent hours, countless hours learning from him in his lectures. And he talks about wanting to come into this world, before this world, and teach people how to live a life of self-reliance. If you've ever listened to Wayne Dyer, I mean, that's exactly what he does. He teaches people, in the words of another teacher of mine, Dr. Edith Eger, how to stop being victims, powerless to our circumstances, and become survivors. Go out into the world and whatever, life gives you lemons, make lemonade, as Lily Tomlin said. So the bottom line is, he said he signed up his sole contract in this lifetime to teach people self-reliance. And he wasn't prepared for what came next. God said to him, okay, Wayne, you want to teach people self-reliance? Then get your little butt into an orphanage, which is what he did. He spent most of his first 10 years of his life in an orphanage. What does that mean? It means not be careful what you wish for. It means that there is a law in this universe, that there is a price to be exacted on anything we want and desire. And this is a paradigm shift from the world outside my window that tells you in 1,000 different ways it should be easy, right? You should find flow, and you should find flow. But that flow only comes on the other side if it's going to be real and sustained after having done the necessary work. Or as Malcolm Gladwell says in Outliers, putting in your 10,000 hours of disciplined focus and practice, of getting knocked down again and again and again, and picking yourself up over and over and over. That's what it takes to do anything meaningful in life. Sure, you can do the easy stuff without getting knocked down, without having to pay your dues. But the good stuff, the real stuff, the meaningful stuff, there's a price to be paid. And what Wayne Dyer reminded me, and I think reminds all of us, is that it's a worthy price if what you want on the other side of that is really yours. If what you really mean by that is, this is my life purpose, this is my why, and I am willing to do what it takes to teach people self-reliance, then I'll spend the first 10 years in an orphanage. I use this tool going into situations that I just know are incredibly difficult, but get your butt into the orphanage is my way of reminding myself that got to pay the dues. There's no way around this. You signed up for this. This is your why. Now you got to endure your how. That's Viktor Frankl. He or she who knows their why can endure any how. So this is part of the hows that you signed up for. I don't say this to people who are in orphanages. I don't actually work with people who are in orphanages, but you know what I mean. I don't say this to people when they're in the thick of it and they don't want to hear it or they're not ready to hear it. This is not for me to transpose onto somebody else. This is for me to transpose upon my life. Not just when I'm walking into a difficult situation or at a difficult phase of my life, but also revisiting my life as I do my work with my coach, my counselor. One of the things we do is we unpack the orphanages in whatever shape they came in. And what starts to happen is you look back on your life and in retrospect, it starts to make sense. You start to understand your soul contract. The work that you had to do meant you had to go through that particular loss, to endure that divorce, to go through that hardship, to go through your orphanage. What are your orphanages? Sit down and make a list of those orphanages and then go back and revisit them with the get your butt into that orphanage mentality. It's a way to reframe the experience. It's a way to make sense of the experience. It's a way to place that experience into a larger arc of our life, a larger framework. Get your butt into an orphanage, a way to, as I say, flip the script on whatever it is you're facing, to understand it from a deeper perspective as it fits into your narrative, as it fits into your why. It will give you a sense of power. It will give you a sense of purpose. So get your butt into your orphanage. Figure out what that orphanage is. Get into it, and then get out the other side of it and teach people what you're here to teach. Do the work that you're here to do, and understand that that orphanage was a necessary step on your journey to self-independence in whatever way, shape, or form that takes in your life. With that, I will see you in the next video. Until then, next time, live with meaning, purpose, and resilience.